Pre-game show. We got just about an hour and almost 2 hours until we tee off at Pebble. Super excited. One of the most appealing events of the year for multiple reasons. My favorite event of the year, my best financial event of the year. So let's not waste any time. Let's not preview it anymore. I'm gonna bring up my second screen. We're gonna recap our final bets. We're gonna go through some narratives. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff. We're gonna start with I'm going to talk through my betting card and then any questions on these guys or just go through why I bet these guys. Pretty straightforward. Let's do it. Let's do it. So see if I can zoom in any more. That should be good. So we got Xander, Tommy, Russ Buss, Poston, Corey Connors, and Adam Svensson. By the way, I don't know if Adam Svensson was on my betting card, like on Twitter, but I will make sure that is up because Adam Svensson is on the card. Let's do it. Xander Schauffele, 15-1, a hefty wager on Xander. Xander is a guy I've bet already this year. I bet him at the Amex, finished third for us. Meaningless ticket. Third is $0. But why am I going with Xander? I think he is the most motivated guy in this top four of the odds board, like of the elites, I guess you can say. And like he talked about before the century, this year I want to become world number one. This year I want to be the best player I can. This year I want to just take the next step and win more. Simply win more. So Xander, he's saying that. I look. It's the same story with Xander week in, week out. Do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? Is he going to come out the gate slow? Is he going to backdoor a top five? Quite possibly. But I'm going to do it one more time, at least early in the season, and then we'll reassess. Hopefully he can at least contend. If Xander's just boring and backdoor something, I will say when I bet him at the Amex, he showed life. The problem was the Friday round. He had a bad Friday round. The weekend, he showed life. So that's enough Xander talk. Obviously, I'm not going to bore you with Xander Schauffele stats. You guys know what they are. He's a great golfer. Xander Schauffele, 15-1. Okay, Tommy Fleetwood. I'm doing the thing. A lot of other people are also doing the Tommy Fleetwood thing. 40-1, great number. Look, if Matthew Pavone could win on PGA Tour, if we can get 4 straight outright winners, 100-1 plus, Tommy Fleetwood can win on U.S. soil for the first time. He just can. He simply just can. So 40-1, a great number, and I think he has multiple paths to success. If the win is calmer than we're expecting, he can get hot with his irons. He has multiple times in his career. He's a great iron player. If it picks up a little bit, which it probably will, it gets harder. He's a great short game player. The harder it gets, the better it is for Tommy Fleetwood. Just war of attrition, grind, make those pars and get out of there. So Tommy Fleetwood, 40-1, great number. Russ Buss Henley, 55-1, finally showed some life at the Sony with the iron game, was in contention, finished T4. And before the Sony, he kind of struggled with the irons. And if you know anything about Russell Henley, he is a great iron player. And if he is losing with his irons, he is in trouble. That is what drives him. He needs to be hitting his irons well. And Russell Henley has showed to hit his irons well. And Pebble Beach is a course that requires elite iron play from tee to green. Literally, there's a lot of club down holes off the tee. There's a lot of small greens. Got to be precise with your irons, and Russell Henley gives you that at 55-1. JT Poston, kind of similar. He's trending in the right direction with his irons, and he's just a guy who I think is ready to take that next jump this 2024. He was also on Twitter preseason saying when like the purses came out, he was like, I got to delete Twitter and get on the practice range because he's determined to be better. And JT Poston has already shown to contend and shown to take that next step. So I think with the PGA Tour diluting like it is, I think these middle tier to lower tier guys are going to really step up come this year. So I think JT Poston could definitely be one of those guys. 55-1 should be a great number on Posty. Corey Connors, 110-1. Simply a great number on a guy who's contended in bigger fields, has won on tour twice. And his ball striking is truly great right now. I know the results don't look good. You see miscuts, middling finishes. That's because he's putting like Corey Connors. If you want me to be honest, I mean, look, am I saying Corey Connors is gonna putt it great this week? No, I'm not. But a guy who's ball striking it so well, heading to a golf course that requires elite precision iron play, Corey Connors gives you that. And this is a weird thing I'm thinking. Like the greens, Corey Connors struggles with putting, but the greens are so small. Shit, getting a call. The greens are so small that I think that's just going to give him more chances to be closer to pins. make more putts. So 110-1, great number on Corey Connors, who is truthfully his ball striking is in a great spot right now. Hold on, I got to put it on DND. All right, here we go. Finally, Adam Svensson, 175-1, a guy who end of the season or spring kind of lost his ball striking, wasn't really hitting it that well. Then he's really picked it up. He missed the cut at the Farmers, which is not a golf course where I think Adam Svensson should contend on. He contends on the shorter, more positional RSM classics like he won at. Iron-driven golf courses, that's what we got here. Adam Svensson, 175-1. We got a question. Do I think the weather is a non-issue? Let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so I wouldn't say it's a non-issue. I would say, zoom in. So I will say I don't think it's going to be as bad as we're thinking. I truthfully. Well, at least Thursday and Friday. When we get to Sunday, this might be a problem. But this forecast has also changed a lot. It's getting pushed out. It's getting pushed out by the day. So we'll see. Yesterday was a problem. When all the stuff we saw online yesterday, that was a real problem. We're not gonna get that today. I mean, 9 to 10 miles an hour isn't anything crazy. Add in a little bit of rain, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as we're thinking. With that being said, all of the prices on Prize Picks, Underdog, those kind of sites, like the props, they were all priced as if the weather was going to be horrific, and they got bet towards that way. So I kind of waited a little bit because I knew that was going to happen, and I went underneath. I went the lower side. So I don't think it's going to be as bad as we're thinking. We will see in about 2 hours. So truthfully, I wouldn't make any strong stands on the Prize Picks or the Prize Picks or the Underdog fields because we just don't know. Okay, I gotta bring this up real quick. Finau with the driver on the par 3. Guys, this is a joke. He wasn't actually hitting a driver on a par 3. He opened the club face and he hit like a massive flop shot. No one's hitting a driver on a par 3. But it was definitely a cool clip, but this wasn't a real thing, by the way. Yes, Underdog is posted on Twitter, so go check that out. And TikTok and the Discord. Tournament matchup question. Spieth plus 120 over Morikawa. That is a great number on a guy who plays here every single year, and has great course history. I honestly am surprised by that line. I can't lie. So, yeah, I'm down. But I do think Morikawa is a sneaky, interesting bounce back candidate and great DFS play. But that's too good of a number to pass up on a guy who's proven it year in, year out here. So you would have my seal of approval on that. Obviously, we'll see what happens, but I do like that. Honestly, where did you get that matchup? If you can drop that in the chat, let me know. Okay, let's go over to the $5,000 golf bets, talk about some more golfers and why I bet. I did do an entire video on explaining this, so I'll kind of just run through it. Go over to the YouTube after this and check out the $5,000 golf bets. I go more into depth. Why I bet this. Scotty Scheffler, top American. I was close to betting Scotty Scheffler outright, but this is damn near his outright number. So just a small bet. Obviously, it's not the full seal of the outright wager that I would make, but I was like, I want to bet him outright, but I'm not really sure. I've never bet top American before, so I thought it was a good number. Decky top 20 plus 190. He finally flashed with the irons last week at Torrey Pines, and he's a generational iron player heading to a golf course that requires generational iron talent. So Decky top 20, and he looked healthy again, which is great. Griot top 20 plus 310, great number on a guy who crushes coastal tracks, and his ball striking and his putting is in literally top 10 on tour form. Go check Griot's ball striking numbers if you haven't really looked at him. He's finally found something with the irons and pairing it with the putter, which is phenomenal for Griot. Great number on Griot top 20. Brian Harman top 20 plus 200. My thing with Brian Harman, nothing's crazy with the course history. Nothing's crazy with the stats. I just think it's a good course fit, even though he doesn't have the best course history. But I really like Brian Harman at the Sony Open, and I made a strong case for him at the Sony Open, and it didn't pan out for me. I was wrong about that. But I'm going to hold on to him. I'm going to hold on to him one more time, because how often do you guys make that one bet and then the next week it hits? You're like, damn, I wish I bet him last week. It always happens. So I'm going to hang on to Brian Harman top 20. Good number, course fit. And then Xander Schauffele, I already gave the case. for Xander. Top 10 should be no problem. Okay, let's go down a little bit. Talk about my DFS exposure. I'm not gonna go through all these guys. Just maybe touch on a few guys that I didn't. Max Homa just underpriced to the field. Has great course history here. He's gonna be chalky though, but I went on him pretty heavy. Seamus Power. I get in my he is in my 6K DFS Darlings video. If you want to go check that 6K video, go peep it over on the YouTube after this video. Short video. Adam Svensson gave my case for him as well. Now Alex Smalley, go watch the 6K video after this if you want my Alex Smalley case. It's strong. And then the rest of these guys are pretty straightforward. Everyone I bet except for Eric Cole. Eric Cole, it's more about the vibes. I don't play Eric Cole ever. Obviously, he has a good finish here. He finished T14, I believe, last year on his first trip. But this is where he proposed to his wife last year. If the weather's going to be bad, you got to have the good vibes. And Eric Cole's got those good vibes heading back to Pebble Beach. So I'm definitely down for some E. Cole. Little sprinkle. All right. Talking about the underdog for you in the chat. I did a 3-leg thing because they nerfed the 2 legs, at least like yesterday when I looked. I tried to make a bunch of 2-leg selections, and it was saying it was 2x. I was like, what the hell? So I was like, all right, let's do 5x, 3 legs. Sung J M is playing Pebble Beach today. Plenty of birdie chances, windy or not. I think Pebble Beach has birdie chances. Oh, and this is going to lead me into one of my first narratives and quotes. Jordan Spieth was talking about the wind, and he was like, just the wind obviously makes a lot more difficult, but it makes some of the holes so much easier. So obviously you'll have longer clubs into a few holes, but some holes downwind, you'll have they'll be like drivable. So Sung J M, over 4.5 birdies, Pebble Beach. He's the birdie king, bounce back spot. I think he could definitely 4 par 5s. He could definitely find himself 5+ birdies. Corey Connors, I gave the case earlier. He's the ultimate fairway green 2-putt guy. There's 4 par 5s. He's playing Spyglass. 4 par 5s over at Spyglass, and he knows those are the scoreable holes over at Spyglass. So he's gonna have to get them. That he has to play them 1 under to push, 2 under to win. And then Xander Schauffele under 69 feels like a safe play. He's playing Pebble, 3 under par. A little bit nervous about that one, but I feel like the 69 gives you push equity. If it was 68.5, I wouldn't really touch it. So under 69 for X. Prize picks, 3 unders, all fair numbers. And this is after the reset. This is after they reset and kind of sharpened off these numbers. Scotty and Tone are both Scotty's playing Spyglass. Is Tony playing Pebble? Let's see. I think Tony might be playing Spyglass as well. Actually, let's see. No, Tony's playing Pebble. Finau. Let's see. Finau is playing Pebble. That was truthfully like the price. Obviously, Scotty's going to be the best price or the lowest price. He's to shoot 2 under at Spyglass. Sure, he could definitely do that. Tony Finau, if he can't shoot 2 under at Pebble, like come on, Tone. He might be blacklisted if he can't do that. And then Russ Henley playing Pebble as well, shoot 2 under. Great course fit, I thought. And like I said, this is all because I don't think the conditions are going to be as bad as we are making them. So a few other narratives I want to bring up real quick and just mention before we wrap it up and before we tee off. Rory talked about golf as a whole and talked about long shot winners because we've had so many long shot winners, and I was cool that they asked him this question. They were like, "Do you think golf is easier to have a lot more long shot winners?" And Rory was like, "Yeah, just like the style of the sport, the parity golf brings you. There's going to be a lot more long shot winners." And that just kind of made myself say like, pat myself in the back. Like I don't predict the winner every single week, but all of us on Twitter and all of us in golf gambling circles, we hit winners here and there. And he was basically saying how like it's so hard I don't know how you can predict this. Excuse me. He was like, I don't know how you can predict this. And there's so many long shot winners. Golf is such a fickle game. And like, we do a good job, guys. So let's keep it up. Just thought that was a funny tidbit from Rory. Justin Thomas said he's as good as he's ever felt. I'm not going to have any thoughts. Just take that for what you want to take it with. Justin Thomas said he's as good as he's ever felt. So, and then they asked Colin Morikawa about his overall thoughts. I'm not going to go into the TV thing because that was kind of blew up on Twitter. Him saying we need more golf shots on TV. Damn straight, Colin. But he was just making it so apparent how his sole focus is winning. I want to be the best. I want to win. he said that for a while, and I believe him because he shows a ton of emotion when he's playing poorly. So not like Slam Club emotion, just looks very distraught, and he looks like he wants it. So Colin Morikawa seems like he wants it, and I love this golf course for him. I do have Morikawa. I think I do in DFS. I do. Okay. Because I definitely wanted to get some form of Morikawa equity because I think he is gonna be a good play this week. But Spieth plus 120 probably my money would go on Spieth. All right. That wraps it up. Quick 15 minutes. I was rambling. I was talking. Any questions? You guys know where to find me. Check out the 5 grand golf bets video. Check out the 6K video and any other content. It's all on my Twitter. So I will see you guys on Friday with the leaderboard update.